Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Court of Honor celebrating the advancement of Logan James to Eagle Scout. And before we get into this, I would like to kind of run over the Scout Oath and what it can mean to a lot of people. With the Scout Oath, I feel like it has multiple definitions that... Ma! Help! Please. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh, I need my glasses. Will you get my purse? He's getting my purse, sorry. Because I can't see. Okay.
All right. I was hoping you could help them.
Sure thing. I wasn't sure if I could do this because they're such big words. Some of them have 3 syllables.
I can't do more.
So I looked up some stuff about the Scout Oath, and I think it would be great for the audience, if they're not in scouting, to know about the Scout Oath. You say a line from the Scout Oath, and I'm going to say what it means.
Okay.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
Set?
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Okay.
Let's go.
Cool. A scout is trustworthy.
That's the law.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
On my honor.
On my honor, you do your best. Or on my honor, sorry. Meaning the solemn promise that relies on your reputation and whether or not it will be carried out.
I will do my best.
You'll do your best? What is it? Something that you give your heart and soul to? Your strength? You do your very best that you can.
To do my duty.
To do your job, meet the responsibilities, to do what has to be done. Not halfway, all the way.
To God and my country.
Duty to whom? First to God. Fulfill your religious responsibilities. Uphold your religious beliefs. Second, to your country. I know you've been told how lucky you are to live in a free country, but being told and being aware are 2 different things. So I hope you're aware of the responsibility you have to your country.
To obey the Scout law.
Meaning to obey it. Not halfway, not the first 3, not the last 3, not the in-between, all of it.
To help other people at all times.
To help. That doesn't say much. You could be saving someone's life, carrying in somebody's groceries, but doing it outside your box when you normally wouldn't do that.
To keep myself physically strong.
Just what it says, strong. Defending yourself. Defending what scouting principles. Defending your country. Mentally awake. Keeping alert, observing, and always trying to learn.
Morally straight.
In the thoughts and actions, decide what is right and what is wrong, and stand by what is right.
That's all.
That's all.
Yeah, that's all right.
Gotcha.
Thanks. I appreciated it so much. I have a joke for you.
Oh, a joke.
Yeah, I had to write it on a napkin.
Okay.
I didn't come prepared, my bad.
Okay. Be prepared, Scouts.
What did the Scout neckerchief say to the Scout hat?
What did the Scout neckerchief say to the Scout hat?
You go on ahead. I'll hang around here.
Oh. I think we better get on with the show.
Why did you laugh? Who laughed? Thanks, Mom. All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Randall Ridge, and I am pleased to serve as the Master of Ceremonies as we honor Scout Logan James for his ascent up the Eagle Mountain. This is indeed a special night for the life of this Scout, as well as the life of this troop. But first, before we get into any of this, I would like to remind you all that there will be a reception honoring our new Eagle Scout immediately after the ceremony, all right? So, before we jump into it, first, I would like the audience to please rise. Audience, please rise. All right. Color guard attention, audience attention. Color guard forward march. Color guard halt. Color guard prepare to present the colors. Present the colors. Scout hand salute. If you are not in uniform, please place your right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Color guard, prepare to post the colors. Post. Color guard about. Face. Color guard forward march. Color guard halt. Color guard about. Face. Color guard at rest, audience. Stay standing. So, stay standing for the invocation presented by Matthew McCartney, just over there. If you could please come over here.
Thank you, Randall. I just want to start you guys off today with an opening prayer for Logan's Eagle Court. Just slightly bow your head. Dear God, we want to thank you for accompanying Logan safely on his journey to become an Eagle Scout. We are grateful and honored to be here to celebrate Logan's incredible achievement. He has learned many lessons. Give him the knowledge to share these talents with his family, his friends, his peers, neighbors, and our future Scouts. In times of darkness, show this eagle how to soar towards the sun and shine. When he is low, give this eagle a gust of wind to soar high above like heroes do. When he is alone, remind this eagle of his scouting friends and family and nurture him. The end of one journey is the beginning of a new journey. Keep Logan, this eagle, on track to be his best. Amen.
Next up, I would like to call on Paula Buckner as a representative of the Boy Scouts of America. Step forth.
I'm here today as a representative of the National Council of the Boy Scouts of America, and I was really pleased to be asked to do this. It gives me great pleasure as that representative to open a special court of honor for the express purpose of the Eagle Scout Award for Logan James. I declare this court of honor now open. Thank you.
Feel free to take a seat, you guys. All right. Next up, I would like to call up Rick Austin to the stand for the Eagle Mountain.
Hello, everybody. I got a short little story called The Legend of Eagle Mountain. Early one morning, a young boy stood at a trailhead. Before him rose a mighty mountain, which seemed all the mightier when compared with his smallness. A trail led to the mountain and then up to its incredible heights before vanishing into the clouds. On this trail, the boy could see the other boys and young men, some of whom turned and beckoned him to follow. The boy began to climb, refusing perhaps to believe that he could ever reach the top. As the first trail rose gently, and the boy had many companions, but soon he began to sweat and breathe heavily, and many of his companions turned away. And still, the boy climbed. At times he climbed quickly. At times he climbed slowly. At times he had to go down a little ways to find another path, or to stop a while to catch his breath. But he still climbed. The trail became steeper, the air thinner, and the climber scarcely noticed, for he had along the way become stronger of body and hardier of spirits, and still he climbed. And finally, in the cool peace of evening time, he stood alone at the top of the world and looked around him. To the left, he saw a fiery golden sunset. To the right, he saw a diamond-studded, silky black night sky. Behind him, he saw the trail that he had followed and the hikers who were following in his footsteps. And in front of him, he saw another mountain, and another, and another, and a whole procession of mountains marching off to the horizon. But the young man, for now he was a man, knew that none of these other mountains were insurmountable, that all could and would be climbed, for he had learned many skills in the climbing of the first mountain, and if he carried those skills with him along with his mountain was forgotten. And besides, he could begin climbing the next mountain tomorrow. Today he would rest and celebrate and ponder the journey that he had completed. And so today we pause to rest and celebrate and honor this fine young man, Eagle Scout Logan James, as he stands at the top of the world and looks around him. I'd also like to say, Logan, thank you for letting me be part of this celebration. I've watched you and the other young men go from young boys to young men. I feel honored to be part of your celebration. It means a lot to me. I've watched you boys go from little boys to young men. There were some interesting parts in between, but you guys pulled through it. I feel honored to be part of the Badger Patrol. I feel honored to be part of Troop 5. It was a great journey, and thank you for letting me be part of it. Thank you.
Now calling up Mark Lilick for the presentation of the Eagle Scout Award.
Thank you. Sorry for the interruption there of a minute or so. I was missing a page. Will the honor guard please escort Logan forward? We've heard a lot tonight about what it means to be an Eagle Scout. Now our honoree will have a chance to tell us a little bit about what his climb up the Eagle Mountain has meant to him.
I left my speech on the table out there. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay. Can everyone hear me all right? Okay. Let's see. If you had told me back in 2009, while I was a Cub Scout, that I would one day achieve Eagle, I'm not sure I would have believed you. Mainly because I don't think I knew what the Eagle rank was back then. I started Scouts back in 2nd grade as a Wolf Scout in the local Pac 50. I was joined by Carson, Tristan, Randall, Vinny, Cooper, Grady, Brady, and many other Scouts that have since moved on. We did quite a lot as Cub Scouts, from the Pinewood Derby to kart races, day camp, camping trips, snowcapades, and more. When the time came to bridge over into Boy Scouts, I knew I was ready for more adventure and challenge. Boy Scouts started off strong when our group decided on our patrol name. We were the Badgers. Seems like a pretty relaxed name compared to the other ones I've seen at camps. Such names included the Bacon Ninjas, the Radioactive Pandas, the Wonder Bread Patrol, the Dynamite Patrol, and many other ridiculous names that were designed by 5th and 6th graders. But this name stuck, and I'm happy with it. We soon went on to summer camps, helping out with service projects, and attaining merit badges. I'd like to go over some of the memorable and funny moments I've had as a Boy Scout. If I hadn't joined Scouts, then I would have missed out on a lot of this crazy stuff. I remember everyone in our cabin staying up until 2 in the morning, listening to Randall prank call Taco Bell and tell them how he was stuck in their bathroom. I remember colliding with a tree in snowcapades while testing a run we had just built. That definitely hurt. I remember catching a live crab at Camp Merriweather on the coast. We cooked it as a group and it turned out pretty well. Or what about the time we went sandboarding and kayaking? One of my favorite activities was canoe tug of war at Camp Baker. And yes, it was as ridiculous as it sounds. I remember unplugging a coffee maker at one of our cooking events, only to watch it make a loud hissing noise, shoot sparks everywhere, and then cause a small fire. And of course, every boy in the room was yelling fire at the top of their lungs, even though it was put out in like 30 seconds. And of course, when the staff team at the regatta boat race at the camp I worked at, they had to sink the other staff boat that we were in to put on a show for all the Cub Scouts there. That water was freezing, and it turns out that rowboats are very hard to move when they're upside down in a lake. I have many more stories, but I would be up here all day for that. There are several people that I would like to thank for leading me and helping me get to where I am today as an Eagle Scout. Of course, my mom and my dad continuously reminded me to stay on track and help me with requirements, not to mention the hundreds of Scout meetings that they took me to. I would like to thank both of my grandpas for helping build the Pinewood Derby cars, as well as helping me with some of my Scout projects. I would like to thank my Grandma Sherry for continuously helping to sew out my patches that I'm very terrible at sewing, as well as helping me sell popcorn in the neighborhood to fundraise. Also, my Grandma Janet for giving me rides and also helping me sell popcorn. I would like to thank my aunts Diane and Holly for helping me get my kayaking merit badge, especially Diane, who offered to capsize her kayak in the river so I could save her and get the requirement for it. That was awesome. I'd like to thank Sarah and Ross, my former bosses from Camp McLaughlin, which me and many other boys staffed over the summer. You both were great, and everyone had some fond memories of that camp because of you guys. I would like to thank Mark, the Scoutmaster, for always giving me advice, continuously pushing me forward, and always showing me what I needed to do next. I could not have asked for a better Scoutmaster. Lastly, I would like to thank the entire Ridge family. I'm being serious right now. If you guys weren't a part of it, I don't think I would have finished. I've known Randall since 1st grade, and he's always been my partner in crime at Scout events. I've helped him, he helped me, and I think we're both better Scouts because of it. From staffing summer camp to snowcapades, Merriweather, the camping mess that was NYLT, and there's a video playing on a Chromebook in the lobby if you guys want to see pictures from that. And the countless events we did together. You always made it hilarious, and you showed great leadership at the same time. Next is Rachel. She was the one that gave me all the details about scouting that I ever needed to know. For help with paperwork, as well as fundraising, she was always there to help. and I am extremely grateful for the kindness that she has always shown my family, as well as the rest of Troop 5. Of course, Rick was always there too. He was the one that kept me on track with requirements as a Cub Scout and into Boy Scouts. It was very helpful. He was always offering rides, and he made a mean chili for the chili cook-off at camp. Thus, he was granted the nickname Cookie. I think it suits him well. And lastly, Russell. Russell was a really kind and generous man. I only wish that I had gotten to know him better. And I know that he could have been friends with anyone in this troop. He was an amazing person. The entire Ridge family got me where I am today, and I couldn't be more grateful. So yeah, I know a lot of people are going to ask what it feels like to be an Eagle Scout now. And I would have to say that it feels kind of surreal. When you work towards a goal like Eagle Scout, which for me took almost 12 years, it's going to take a while for it to sink in. Through all the campouts I've done, the events like the Medford Cruise and the 4th of July, it made me stronger as a leader as well as a person. And I am so happy I did it, and I don't regret a thing. Thank you all.
I'll stay up here. I helped him, he helped me. That's what it's all about. Becoming an Eagle Scout is not the end of the journey. It's merely the beginning. So where do you go from here? Congratulations, you've made it. You've climbed the Eagle Mountain. We applaud you on your achievement. But now it's time to look forward to the future, toward the mountains that are still on your horizon. How are you going to climb them? The same way you climbed the Eagle Mountain. Just remember what you learned on your way to become an eagle, and you'll be able to climb any mountain, to overcome any obstacles. Do you remember when you first looked up at the Eagle Mountain? How high it seemed to you back then? But you took that first step along the trail and began climbing, one step at a time. You followed the trail and you blazed the way for others, helping others along the way as they helped you. Then when the path faded away, you blazed your own trail, a trail that others are now following. And finally, always keeping your eye on the goal, you reached the top. You have many mountains waiting to be climbed. Some may seem insurmountable, but they can all be conquered. Just set your goal and take that first step. Follow the blazed trail as you have before. Always keep your eye on the goal. May God be with you as you begin your next climb. Many times over the last few years, you've joined with your fellow scouts in repeating the scout oath. Now you will stand alone and repeat a new oath, the Eagle Scout promise. Though the words you say are similar to those that you've said so many times before, tonight they will mean even more than they ever have. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you'll be sealing your oath with the words that close the Declaration of Independence. Could I have all Eagle Scouts that might be in attendance to please stand? Scout sign. Repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance
I reaffirm my allegiance
to the three promises of the Scout Oath,
to the three promises of the Scout Oath,
I thoughtfully recognize
I thoughtfully recognize
and take upon myself
and take upon myself
the obligation and responsibilities
the obligation and responsibilities
of an Eagle Scout.
of an Eagle Scout.
On my honor,
On my honor,
I will do my best.
I will do my best.
My rank and my influence,
My rank and my influence,
my training and example
my training and example
count strongly for better scouting
count strongly for better scouting
and for better citizenship
and for better citizenship
in my troop,
in my troop,
in my community,
in my community,
and in my contacts with other people.
and in my contacts with other people.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
2. Randall, when did you make Eagle?
February 10th, 2020.
In Troop 5 here in Medford. Logan?
October 26, 2020.
I'd like to say sometime in 2000, but Sweet Home, Oregon, Troop 63, 1967. Could I have the honor guard please escort the candidates' parents forward? No one will ever know the unnumbered acts of self-sacrifice your mother has made for you over these years. So with that being said, I'd like your mother to pin the Eagle Medal on your uniform. Your father has been a source of much advice and guidance along the Eagle Trail. And I'll tell you something, about the time you're 35, somehow he'll be smarter than he is today. I don't know how that works, but it usually does. But I'd like your father to present you with this neckerchief. father's pin? And could I have Randall and Diego escort the grandparents up, please? Logan has a grandparent's pin for the grandparents. All right. Parents and grandparents may be seated. Thank you. What's that? Logan has another couple presentations he'd like to make.
I'd like to give 2 mentor pins. I'd like to give 1 mentor pin to Rachel and another one to Rick Austin for continuously helping me throughout my scouting career.
Gives me great pleasure to present to you Eagle Scout Logan James. We're not finished yet, however. Got a few things I'd like to say. The first one is a letter. It says, "Congratulations, Logan. You've reached a major milestone in scouting and in your life. When you receive your Eagle Award, you will join a distinguished group of men in America. Earning the Eagle Award will not automatically make you successful in the future. However, you have shown that you can set and achieve a personal goal. Remember, you completed one requirement, one merit badge at a time. As you completed each one, you were closer to your goal. The same techniques will serve you well in the future as you face the challenges of life. During the Eagle ceremony, you'll be reminded that you will always be an Eagle Scout. Wear the badge with honor and pride. Remember scouting in the future. Be prepared to help us with the next generation of young men and women. This is from James Westfall, the Scout Executive of the Crater Lake Council. I'd like to say, and I really don't like to make a lot of comments. I've done this 69 or 70 times. I think Logan's number 69. I don't like to make a lot of comments about the boys individually because I don't want to build them up terrifically and, worry about whether I've treated somebody else equally beforehand, or do I need to make it up on everybody else later on. But one thing that I can say about Logan is when we get a new patrol into a troop, I can generally take a few months and kind of look at boys and think, this one's going to be an Eagle Scout, or that one's going to be an Eagle Scout, or this one won't last long. He'll fall off on the wayside, or he'll give it a year and that'll be it. And a lot of times it's like maybe comes from a parent commitment. And Logan's parents were there and supported him, brought him to all of the functions, and helped in transportation with other boys in the troop. And I gotta say that Logan, I could probably count on one hand how many functions throughout the years Logan missed. I probably wouldn't even need all of these. I probably could cut off 2. You could call me three-fingered Mark, because that's probably all the meetings or functions that he really ever missed. And he was always there. And a lot of times, if a boy's going to be successful, the parents are behind him like they were. It's really a big advantage if the parent is on the campouts. And I think looking back at Logan, that was one of the things that patrol of Badgers that he was in and Randall was in was a very good patrol. They were very active. And almost all of the parents were on the trips with us. Logan's were not able to make the weekend campouts. And I'd always kind of thought, maybe he likes it, he enjoys it, but maybe he'll make life and that'll be the end of it. And I was hoping not, and sure enough, he made it. And the neat thing, and I've told some of the boys this before, making the Eagle Scout is kind of like becoming a general in the armed services. Try not to be just a brigadier, but advance a couple up above that. And So sure enough, Logan made Eagle. He did put it off for a while. He was senior year, and it was coming close to his 18th birthday, but he picked up all of his blue cards for merit badges that he had partially completed over the years, and there were 9 of them. And he went out in about 2 weeks' time and finished 9 merit badges that he only had a few things left to do on. And in doing so, he earned a bronze palm, which gives him, it's a little palm leaf device that is pinned on the Eagle medal. The bronze palm recognizes him as earning 5 merit badges above Eagle, and he earned a total of 10, counting the 9 that he worked feverishly over. And so he earned a gold palm to put on it. Now, you can't wear both of them. You can only wear the gold one, because that signifies 10 over. But I congratulate you and present you with that. Congratulations. Anybody else like to say anything, make any comments about Logan?
Oh boy, here we go.
I have it written on my phone because I'm so professional. Logan, I have known you more. I've known you longer than I've known basically anybody else other than my parents, maybe. And it makes me so happy that we were able to achieve Eagle Scout together. I remember when we were just 2 goofball kids in elementary school, in a group along with Adam Martin, Daniel Salgado, and nobody that was there, and I'm pretty sure your parents may remember, I don't think we could forget your bitter rivalry with Braden Palmer. Looking back at memories is funny, because a lot of the time it's filled with embarrassment and why did I do that moments, but my friendship with you has been filled with basically only great moments, honestly. And even now, we are still just 2 goofballs making life fun. We just have jobs now. I'm glad that we have kept in touch even when we went to different sectors of Crater High School, and I cherish every moment that we had in elementary school. A lethal duo. And when we saw that Cub Scout poster on the wall, we knew that we had to be a lethal duo elsewhere as well. I remember the camping trips, the Pinewood Derby, that one event that I forced out of my memories where you ride a wooden car thing down a slope. And I remember the parade when we hopped in the rear of the truck and we waved to people on the sidewalk. It was fun. It was a good experience. I remember bridging over to Boy Scouts with you. Once again, camping trips, a good few of those under our belts. NYLT, that was pretty neat. And staffing at Cub Scout Camp McLaughlin. Despite the amount of staff, taking a junior cabin with you was a fun experience. We set 1 million alarms to not be late to breakfast, and we weren't when I was in the cabin with you, but I was late a couple times when I switched cabins. So I attribute to my being on time to you. Do you remember Funky Flute?
There was this awful alarm I had on my phone that he loved for some reason.
I loved it. It was so good. Donkey.
What?
Do you remember Donkey?
No idea what
You don't.
I don't remember much from that camp. It's all.
Dang, that's a bummer. Sarah Crawford's upset now. We had fun. Donkey's still my alarm. And that's really the point. Me saying fun so much may seem redundant, but the point is while many people have phoned it in, quit, simply weren't enjoying it, all respect to them, you found a way to make it fun, at least for yourself, in and for other people as well. Logan, congratulations on your ascension of Eagle Scout Mountain, and I cannot wait to see where your journey takes you next. Let's hang out sometime, please. That's it. I'm proud of you. Yes, sir. Congratulations, sir.
Maybe it's smarter than paper. Maybe it's smarter than paper.
I know, right? Logan James, congratulations. I'm very proud of you, and thank you for the mentor pin. Mentoring you was a pleasure. Most of all, I came up here to congratulate you. And thank you. For getting Randall to join Scouts, with that, I thank you. You got my dad and I involved in scouting, and now we belong to a scouting family and some of the best memories we have. I thank you for showing us what friendship is. You showed me as the advancement chair what real merit badge paperwork looked like. I thank you for showing me what determination is. I use you as an example to all the new scouts and frankly some of the ones that should know better. Logan, you finished 9 merit badges right before your 18th birthday, and you earned palms. As some of you in scouting know, some of these kids always have partials laying around. I thank you for showing me dedication and procrastination all at the same time. Congratulations in earning your Eagle. I so look forward to seeing where your new journey takes you. You are someone that the new scouts should look up to. You should be so very proud. And remember, an Eagle Scout is something you can put on a resume at 50. It's something you did as a teen that still impresses everyone. Good job.
Anybody else? Sure. She had to run and show me up.
Oh, no. No, I'm just so excited to say that the day that Holly invited us to go kayaking, I guess I realized you were coming, but you did not warn me that you needed to earn this badge. However, I love adventure and I love a challenge, and you gave it to me. 1, 2, 3, splash. I have never been so shocked in my life. That water was freezing. In fact, if it wasn't for Holly, I don't know if I would have made it back. No, I guess I should have. But that took my breath away. But I would do it again for you. And listening today, I had no idea. This is amazing. And what a wonderful family that you have. This organization, the respect, it's amazing. My respects will go forever with this honor that you're receiving today. And I hope you never forget what you have done to put a foundation in your life because of the effort you've made with this. Yeah, I'm past that 50. So I know what some of those things are. But you can stand on this day and say to a little kid, you can do it. I work with kids in school, and it's a thrill. I can understand what these people are feeling when they watched you from little to older. May this calling that you have taken give you the thrill of mentoring someone someday. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Oh.
Sarah? I was giving you the eye. I was expecting you to come up.
Were you expecting me?
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't let you down. Hi, my name's Sarah Crawford, and I had the privilege of being the camp director at Camp McLaughlin Cub Scout Resident Camp, where both Logan and Randall staffed a couple of summers with Ross and I. And thank you for inviting me to your Eagle ceremony. I said at every staff meeting, when, not if, when you make Eagle, make sure I get invited to your party. So thank you for inviting me to your party. And I'm so proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself. And I just want to reiterate my scouting is about experiences and relationships, and that has been exemplified in the experiences that we've been able to enjoy with your photo montage, and then obviously the relationships you have with your fellow scouts. And all of the amazing stories. Seriously, like 2 a.m. Taco Bell? Seriously, at camp, 2 a.m. Taco Bell? No wonder you were late for flags. It's a good thing Ross isn't here. So proud of you. Congratulations. Really amazing work.
Anybody else like to say anything? There's a lot of different ceremonies that we can put on that are written up in a book, an Eagle Scout Court of Honor handbook. And the boy and the parents kind of get to choose what ceremony they might want to do, or they might want to write their own, or use a combination of them. But almost all of them say at the beginning, we're here today to congratulate so-and-so, and remember at the end there's refreshments and stuff. And it seems to be getting tougher and tougher all the time. I'm stand up here and getting choked up, and I'm thinking, why can't we just say we're here to honor them and hand it to them and let's go get cake or something? Logan, here's a certificate for you from the National Council of the Boy Scouts of America, recognizing you as an Eagle Scout, and something that you might want to choose an appropriate frame for and put on the wall at home, or sometime maybe in your office or something, if you have an occupation where something like that's appropriate. But congratulations. And I only have I only have one son, but I have a lot of boys. Thank you.
Congratulations, Logan James. Does anybody else want to speak? Anybody else? All right, there are refreshments in the back. Matthew McCartney. Pastor Jeff. Pastor Jeff.
This is the advantage of being pastor. It's my job to say, get out, and it's all said and done.
I messed up twice. I'm so sorry.
Why don't you guys both stand there? Let me just say on behalf of Eastwood, we are, is the right word charter or sponsor?
Why do churches sponsor Scout troops? It's not just so that there's troops and Cub Scouts to keep kids occupied, although that's not a bad thing. That's a wonderful thing. The work of the church is to create Christian disciples, which means fully developed people. And the work of scouting in particular is to create the adults who live on as examples and workers of what it means to be a good adult. Because regardless of what happens, you will become an adult. Good, that's the hard one. You two are Eagle Scouts, and you will never be able to escape being identified as that the rest of your life. That's a good and a bad thing. Remember, there are lots of other Eagle Scouts out there that are there to talk to. And you have big footprints to fill. The best people I know in life, some of my best friends are Eagle Scouts. You have a lot of examples. But there are also proof that you can do it. So, let us pray, and then you are dismissed. Creator God, thank you so much for all of the blessings you have showered upon us. And Lord, I particularly pray in this time that your blessing will fall on these young men, that they will live into the examples that have been set before them, that they will continue to persevere, to work hard, to do what they need to do, so that your will, a world of justice, peace, equity, is built. So on these young builders, Lord, we pray your blessing, and on the food that we are about to partake in, we pray your blessing as well. Thank you, God, for this time and this day, and let us celebrate the accomplishments of Logan James. Amen. You are dismissed.